Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Crusader Kings III. We're back with a Alfonso VII, who I guess took over in the previous episode because I believe it was the previous episode where our father, actually this window will be better, Rodrigo died. I was kind of surprised by Rodrigo's death, but yeah, I was getting pretty comfortable under him, thinking that we can get away with a couple things, and unfortunately that was not the case. So here we are with another Alfonso VII of Castile, and it looks like Rodrigo's wife was essentially murdered. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Let's see here. Looks like we actually have a dynasty available since I've last played the game. I don't know if we just didn't notice that at the tail end of the previous episode, but what do we want here? Well, this one's going to give us fertility. This is child opinion, spouse opinion, plus disease resistance for health, which is a medium boost. So when you get a disease, you get a health boost to counter it. Personal scheme success only against dynasty members though, and graceful aging, no prowess lost from aging. Interesting, and skills increase with age. That's kind of usually how it already goes, but I guess that's more of a guarantee that the older you are, the more experienced you are, the more skills you get. Earning respect. This is the next under the glory line here. This is personal scheme power, 25% increase, and diplomacy lifestyle experience plus 10%, and assertive rulers is going to give us a vassal limit increase by 10, and short reign duration, actually that's nice. Righteousness is just a general opinion increase by 10. So assertive rulers might actually be good, so maybe that's why we want to go for earning respect more for the assertive rulers. Let's take a look at this. Courtier and guest opinion plus 10 for vibrant court. In guest recruitment cost minus 30%. I don't think we've actually recruited people. I know we've seen them in the menus, but I don't think we actually went through and recruited people. That many people, I should say. I think maybe once I think there was like that one Polish guy. I don't know if we recruited him, but he was a knight, I think. And I don't know how he became a knight. I don't know if someone else recruited him, but I don't think I remember doing that too many times, if I've done it at all. Ordained rulership. This is just a piety increase, which, can actually be useful if we're going to do a lot of holy wars, which I've been kind of refraining on, because in the last episode, you kind of saw why I'm not going trigger happy with the wars, is because we went on an offensive war. We spent like 600 prestige to push someone else's claims, and we had to white piece out of that war because we had to deal with infighting, because the game decided to throw basically 2 rebellions against us while we were fighting an offensive war. So that's kind of why I'm not so trigger happy on the holy wars and stuff, especially holy wars themselves, because other people of the same denomination of faith can jump in. So I've just been a little bit restrained for that reason. Treasured knowledge, development growth, which is not bad, I think, because development growth is it's not just it really is not just about the fascination / research for your culture. It's really about everything. I think it can even affect your levies and your gold income. I've heard that it has some sort of effect on that, but primarily when I look at development, I look at improving our culture and unlocking new stuff for our culture. When you look at that fascination tab, you can see all those things that you can research, like royal prerogative, which I still don't know if we actually have prerogative or not, and primogeniture and heraldry. Those are like the 3 that I usually aim for, although I am going to be holding off on primogeniture, and a lot of people like that, but as I said, it's not good for the lower levels, because then it allows your vassals to start vacuuming, sucking up titles like a vacuum cleaner when they go through different generations and they do marriages and stuff, strategic marriages. True believers. So this is mostly the faith-oriented stuff here, with like these 3 being piety focused. This one's not piety focused, but this one and this one is. I'm really liking assertive rulers, but we need to take earning respect to get there. This is hostile scheming chance. This is not terrible. This is intrigue based, as you can tell by the icon over there. So this is not terrible. Interaction acceptance from intimidated or terrified plus 100%. That's actually not bad if you want to do a lot of intrigue. Major chance to prevent 1 murder against each dynasty member. Okay, that's useful, I guess. I'm gonna get earning respect. And that's, I mean, the personal scheme power is, I guess, useful. I don't know what is a personal scheme. A personal scheme, the scheme power of a scheme, so that's like sway schemes and stuff. It's just personal. What's the definition of a personal scheme? Okay, it is swaying someone. It's the same rose icon here. Personal schemes are schemes that aim to introduce a status between the scheme owner and the scheme target. Okay, so I think that is the sway scheme. I think I'm gonna go with this because I want assertive rulers. Vassal limit's okay, but I'm looking for this one. And I know with cultural fascination, if we go to what is this even called? This view doesn't even have a window. It's literally innovations, the innovations window. If we look at our cultural innovations, yeah, heraldry is almost done actually. So this generation, yeah, for sure, under Alfonso VII, we can get heraldry done. Yeah, Divine Right actually is probably the next one, because Divine Right is short range duration reduction, 10%. Scutage is Republican tax contribution increase. Yeah, so yeah, Divine Right's definitely what I'm thinking about, unless there's another one over here. Royal Prerogative is going to be done in 2 years, so that's excellent. I don't need to do a fascination for it, and we're getting exposure bonus for bailiffs. So we're almost done early medieval research at this point. The only thing that's really behind is burrs, which is actually a levy size increase, which is not terrible, but I don't think it's worth a fascination for. I'm going to stick with heraldry because I want heraldry to be able to switch it to high partition. Although at this point, high partition is useless because all of our titles that are not the core Leon titles have been distributed already at this point from the 2 deaths, from the death of Sancho II and the death of Rodrigo. So heraldry is almost pointless, but in the future it could be useful. We have an Islamic ruler that has taken over Barcelona, and it looks like, is this France? It looks like France is trying to take over Barcelona, which is exactly what I did not want to happen. But right now, we don't have a debt issue, although we're skirting around that border, that line, because 66 is not that much in the war chest. But this is a problem. We're distinguished and negative 668 prestige, so we're basically in prestige debt. I'm going to run the clock since we've been basically yapping for 8.5 minutes at this point. Yeah, so France is going to probably pick up on this territory, which I'm not a huge fan of, because France right now is dealing with like 9.5k men. It's still King Elaine with Margarita as the queen. Nunya III, no. Sorry, Nunya III. You try to backstab me. You saw an opportunity with a new king to overthrow the king, and no. This is Count Nuno's friendship. While his numerous attempts to curry my favor have not gone unnoticed, Nuno's sudden interest in me. Is Nuno actually in our family? Yes. We're gonna have a mental break. You gain the trait Confider. You lose 30 stress. I mean, that's a positive trait. So I'll obviously go with that one. Diplomacy +1. We're actually very strong with diplomacy, wow. Almost 30 diplomacy? That really is excellent. Spouse court politics +5. Okay, so one of them is artificial. And +6 is from our embassies. So I don't know how much that's actually going to stick if you actually like go through the tree and look at the dead people. Yeah, 9, 14 martial. +4%. But yeah, monthly prestige. This is actually helping us with prestige and opinion, which is great. And she is 46 at this point, so she's actually not going to have any more children. So being betrothed to Bertram von Badwide is like the only way that dynasty is going to survive, unless the head of the company there is going to have children, which I don't think he's going to. Yeah, no wife still. We can actually arrange a marriage. Annika is our daughter, and she has genius. I think all of her traits have some sort of intelligence, and she's a genius. Inheritable traits. I don't think there's going to be another genius. There's a bunch of intelligence. There's a genius, Norbert, but he's in his 40s. Artau de Carret is a genius. Zacharias is also a genius. There's quite a few genius men. I'm actually kind of surprised. Ratmir is intelligent. Gui of Brittany is also intelligent, or is also genius. Wow, there's a lot of geniuses. Another genius that's 51. Genius that's 59. Genius that's 65. Wow. Intelligence 76. Count Amado of Jaffa is intelligent. Okay. This menu here is going to be more helpful. Or not. Let's see. So let's take a look at male options here. Let's sort by age. Okay, so yeah, there is children. That's geniuses. You got this guy here, Abdallah Murasade, who's a wackism, yeah, a little tree icon for the religion. You also have Hafiz ibn Mukhtar Hashimid, and he's infertile, but he's genius, and he also has this Syed, but I don't think he's too far away to interact with. Insider diplomacy range. Youngest is this 9-year-old. Matrilineal works. Okay. That's not an alliance, but it's something. Yeah, I don't think we can actually get alliance power. Yeah, it's just this window's not working. If I look at Byzantium, I mean, it doesn't make sense that we should like hold off. Are we allied with this county in particular? Okay, we're allied to Byzantium with Basilius Hovannes II through 2 marriages? No, this is on our side and this is on their side. Okay. We negotiated a bunch of alliances with Countess Ulrich and Infante Guido II of Jerusalem, who's not really of Jerusalem. He's controlling the Duchy of Tuscany. Yeah, we went over that before. Sofia through a marriage. Captain Jimeno Jimenez of the Almogavers of Astorga through a marriage. That's our marriage. Robert Godfredson of Niederstich. It's a negotiated one. And Prince Cillian II Aptbriz of Dehubarth. And King Owain Gurunwusen of England, which is, I think that was through marriage. To the benign King Alfonso of Leon, I gladly accept your betrothal. Excellent. Oh, Hovannes II has died. So that alliance with Byzantium is done. Yeah, he's only allied with the Holy Roman Empire, ironically. And these guys have quite a border now between HRE and Byzantium. I wonder what they're going to do about Nubia. Now that I'm looking at it, alliance formed with Arstarchos Murzuphlos, because he's now a ruler. Only 377 men in the county of Gaka. Not exactly useful. Yeah, these guys are going after Alcanas, which if they go after Alcanas, that's kind of fine. They're losing though. Rafika has died in my dungeons. You can negotiate 2 more alliances. This is Kenny of Koblenz and Lower Lorraine. I'm second in line to inherit the county of Salamanca, not surprised. And I can lawfully imprison Duchess Sancha, which Sancha actually has a positive opinion of me, so not exactly a priority. I'm compassionate, so that's actually going to give me stress. I actually need a feast, honestly. Do we have a physician? We do. Agnesa's our physician. I can't hold a feast. No, I can't. I'm missing 82 gold. That's pretty expensive to hold a feast. Count Walther is going to give us an alliance. Excellent. And Michael of Lower Lorraine is also going to give us an alliance with Duke Michael. Pretty standard name. It's a Franconian name, I guess. So Lower Lorraine is that duchy there. Excellent. In the HRE. So we're just going to run the clock at this point, I guess. Nothing much else to do. I see there's something going on in our realm over here. I don't know what exactly is going on. You're fighting a war with Navarra. Now, the Navarran claim on the county of Amaya. Okay, interesting. I don't know how that's going to play out. Okay. Secret exposed. Mayor Mafalda of Betanzos has accused my steward Count Orson of having an extramarital affair with my spy master, Duchess Sancha. Oh boy, how could he defile the sanctity of this marriage? Sorry, just drinking some water. Wow. I mean, she is unmarried because her husband died, so I guess it kind of makes sense for her to be a fornicator. And I'm gonna end up imprisoning her. She's a sinner now. Makes sense. Well, she's really stacking up the reasons to throw her in jail, because we already had enough of a not a casus belli, but enough of a reason to throw her in jail. Oh, found a new empire. This is kind of the one. That's not what I want, actually. Form Hispania. Hispania. There we go. 67 out of 40. We're at 44. We need 67. We're getting there. What do I want to do? So, okay, we need to go to council, and we need to check who our replacement is going to be. So my son actually is pretty good with intrigue, so we can throw her in jail. She's not going to be spy master anymore. And we're going to install our son, Infante Velasco Alfonses, which I think is our heir. Yeah, he's our heir. So he's going to be the spy master. You're gonna pay 25 gold to have her leave the prison, sure. Yeah, this negative prestige is a problem. That's like gonna be in debt forever, basically. Should I just go with disgraced? But that's gonna have a negative on my opinion. But like, this is taking absolutely forever to recover. Cause like 3 per month, and I have this like big negative here. The problem with France, so if I look at my men, I have 5.4k men, they have 10k men. They're fighting a war here. They're taking over the Iberian Peninsula, and I'm not liking this. Forced vassalization. Payment penalty, I become established. I mean, it's going to cause a bunch of stability issues, but we have England, which is 6.3k men, plus 5k men, plus whoever else we can call. Do we want to force vassalize you and just, like, say F it with the prestige at this point? We can then try to revoke his titles, but I think. Well, let's see how effed up this is gonna be. Yeah, maybe I should back up the save before I do this. One moment, please. Okay, so I just backed up the save. I'm just loading back in. So we've decided that we're gonna try to do this. If this doesn't work, I'll just revert. By not working, what I'm talking about is we're gonna try to beat France to the punch here. I can call in our Queen of Jerusalem. Grant your vassal, grant vassal. Calling allies to war. Let's start with. Uh-oh, that's not good. It's called. Oh, okay, let's call Byzantium. I mean, that's not actually Byzantium. I don't care about my prestige at this point. Call. I'm gonna be disgraced at this point, and it's just not gonna matter. So we can't call England. Rally point. Where's our rally point? It's here. Well, it's now gonna be here. We're gonna raise all of our men, and we're gonna go straight for the straight for this. Your dishonor has come at a cost. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. I don't know if we actually needed all these people to come in here, but just in case we did. Yeah, France has just taken over all of this land. That's a problem. We need to force vassalize this guy because we need to stop France. Someone was trying to murder this guy. It's time for... I can't pronounce that Polish name. I know it's a Polish name, but I can't pronounce it. This guy's not going to be happy with the forced vassalage. And I think I'm probably going to be digging myself a hole, but we need to stop France because this is starting to get a little too insane. Valuable hostage. So we captured the guy that we need. So that's going to be Leon. I can't declare war on this guy, most likely. We actually really didn't need to put ourselves 2k in the hole. Can we holy war? We have piety. That's not going to be so bad. Let's go for this duchy here. We really can't spend any more piety. Okay, I'm just pausing because I don't know what to expect from the other guy because they're 3.8 command, so I don't know if you're gonna get any more. Do I want control? Cass's belly cost first of all. That's useful. Let's go for that. So we should be able to tank that. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so we're making lots of progress here. So we have the Duchy of Seville. So we actually control this now. Yeah. Do you want to grant this to someone else, or is there somebody in our family we want to grant it to? Like is Alfonso going to become someone specific that's going to hold on to this, or we probably just want to give it to someone else. Enrique. Let's see. Lane is strong. Maybe Lane. Give it to Lane, even though he's 45. We might inherit it. Let's see if we can get him a wife. No, not easily. Well, that's your problem. You need to figure out how to keep your lineage alive. And I'm not really sure what's going on with France. France is going to have to fall because this is starting to get a little bit too much for me. Comfort for a friend. Comfort of a friend. There are a few things I enjoy more than Gerard's company. When we walk down the town together, tossing coin to the poor and forgiving a daring pickpocket. A few acts of charity and forgiveness can truly ease a stressed mind. After the short break, I was once again ready to take on my duties. That's great. I saw there was a decision here. Talk to you. All courtiers except the confident will lose 10 opinion of me for envy. And this guy is going to gain, who's 56, is going to gain friendly. Now listen here. You're going to pay 10 gold. That's fine. I'll take that. And I see we can holy war for this county. That's 36 piety. So this is a cheap county that we can easily take over. I'm sure we could easily take over this county. Yeah, this offensive is going to be %. Okay, we found the schemer. It's Alaf that's trying to plot murder against this guy. Okay. Unworthy peasants. While I was in Castletown with Alfonso, his attention was caught by a criminal chained in pillory. Alfonso lifted his head and made a show. Okay, so this is arrogant, compassionate, callous. Callous is good for intrigue. I don't want arrogant, to be honest. Compassionate. Let's go for this. I'm gonna gain a stress level, which is not great. Faction created against me. That's probably because we need to be focusing on flipping culture, like in Madrid, and control. We should be dealing with you in a moment. New cultural fascination. So that means heraldry is done. Let's go with divine right, because divine right is going to be short range divert. It's actually going to give us a piety increase and title cost reductions. There's a lot of useful things. Nobody's joining in on this war, so this is definitely a lost cause for these guys, guaranteed for us basically. This guy has died, so Godfredson is no longer going to be an ally. Okay, let's get this county. Okay. So you're currently at war with this guy here. We are actually at in the middle of a war here. Do we have a county against us? Why are you supporting this? They can send an ultimatum in 8 months. Demand conversion. He refuses. Okay. What's going on here? Let me like, there we go. 50%. These guys must have like declared war on us or something. Okay. I don't really know what's like going on with this war, but let's see here. 50%. Nothing too relevant. Does this faction dissolve? Imprison. I don't know what's wrong with you. You're dealing with these guys down here. You should be focusing on converting them to Catholicism, not supporting them. You flatter me. Queen Eva will win my heart. Isn't Eva Queen of Jerusalem? She's my sister? Not my sister, but my aunt? Yeah, she should end the scheme immediately. Apparently that's not helping. Okay, can we white piece out of this then? My claim on County of Denia becomes pressed. Yeah, okay, they're fighting over this title. So be it. Disband. Okay. Let's see here. Who do we want to give this to? Sancho has absolutely no marshal. We could give it to Philippe or Alfonso, but Raymond, not the strongest. Let's take a look at this dynasty here. So Muñoz is going to get this Duchy of Castile. So that's not exactly useful. What's going on here is she has created a duchy. She's created a house in a different dynasty. Okay. That's very interesting. I've never really seen this one before. This part of France went independent. And what the hell just happened here? So Philippe is, so here's Philippe, he's dead. King Elaine has died on 1158 on November 12th. And I guess he somehow had the Kingdom of Aragon. And that was split between Philippe II and Elaine II. And Elaine II has a one-province kingdom of Aragon. That's very interesting. Very interesting that the Capets are having a it would make more sense if like this part, like this smaller part of this bottom part of France is gonna be part of Aragon, but I guess most of it's under the Duchy of Toulouse, I think is how you pronounce it. Which is like half of France, by the way. Toulouse is like, this is like the breakdown of France, and it's like half the country. So, half the realm. So that's interesting. That actually would mean, if we had a casus belli on them, which we do, it's going to cost us prestige. We'll become disgraced, absolutely disgraced. But And this guy, I don't think he really deserves the title, but that's about it. It's either a ducal conquest, which actually costs the same amount. Okay. Because we don't have the Duchy of Aragon yet. So we could use that as an excuse. I really wish Toulouse is going to go independent, but looks like how things are going, that's not going to be the case. And they're like a really powerful part of France. Like, look at this. That's definitely like half of France is under Toulouse control. So, but I don't know if they're friends with the king, Philippe II, or what, but I can't fabricate a claim on a duchy. I wish I could. I don't think you can, at least. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up this episode. This is a very interesting turn of events that we have this teeny tiny little Kingdom of Aragon, where Aragon not really is. Aragon's more up here with like Alta Aragon. But the game suggests this entire region to be under Aragon. So yeah, very interesting. And the situation with France has always been a bit interesting. So anyways, guys, if you like this episode, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode.